the humanitarian crisis in Manipur, with the kind of numbers that are now coming out, 23 civilian evacuations, more than 10,000 internally displaced. Relief camps are now, coming up to the brim of their full capacity, and at the same time, supply and demand chains of relief material, that might just become a problem. How are you looking at these numbers? What's the situation like? Are you worried about what's going to happen next?
Yes, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. If you look at what's happening politically or just generally in Manipur, you would notice that when you had these headlines of fake encounters and insurgency attacks and economic blockage, something that was very normal for a state like Manipur had sort of ceased in the last few years. So one can safely say that Manipur is one of those states that had sort of moved on with economic progress, and it is disappointing to see that a lot of years of progress has been brought back to point zero with what has happened in the last few days. I think the humanitarian task in the next few days is going to be crucial. We've seen a lot of news snippets come out from neighboring states like Mizoram and Manipur, where a lot of people who could who could escape the carnage or who could escape the clashes could, take shelter, take medical help. Now, immediately, what we have standing in front of us is a huge humanitarian crisis. There are, we still don't know the full extent of the madness. We just know that about 52 to 58 people have lost their lives, which at this point of time looks like a small number compared to what actually the problem was on the ground. We were speaking to a retired official from the Indian Army some time back, and he has very clearly put that the loss of arable land is a very important problem that Manipur is facing. But I think a very important question to ask when all of this settles down is that when we knew that the violence was simmering on May 2, and when we knew that the violence was getting out of hand on May 3, why did the state government not step in when there was the Assam Rifles present in the state? We know that Manipur is a heavily militarized state. We know that the army is present in the state, so it was just a matter of a moment. So why did we let things get so much out of hand? At this point of time, while I'm speaking to you, there are a lot of Metis who are stuck around the hill states, and there are a bigger number of Cookies who are stuck in Imphal. So it is the situation. We might say it's normalizing, but what is happening on the ground right now is that you have two different communities, people of two different communities in varying numbers, in large numbers, being held hostage in the other region. Like Metis are stuck in a lot of areas in the hills, especially in Churachandpur, and a lot of key Chinzo people are stuck in Imphal. So it's sort of like a bargaining chip for the other party, which is a very bad situation to be in. So I think right now the focus for the state government and the center should be on tending to the injured, to take stock of the situation, and most importantly to ensure that these people who are stuck in these areas reach their homes safely, if at all there is a home left to go to.